Hey, what's going on to everybody here? Now, I know my political videos may not get much attention, but let me go ahead and dive in, all right? Now, back on that political tip, and at the time of this video recording, there's been a lot of things in the news as far as these politics. And for people that come to my channel for the politic or political videos, then I appreciate you coming back and subscribing to this channel, all right, for future videos, all right, as we move forward within this next year, we get ready for the 2018 midterm elections. And we don't stop there. We always focus ahead, all right? We always thinking ahead, please. And we stand woke, and we get ready for the year 2020, 2022, 2024. So we thinking ahead even beyond then. However, 2024 will be a big year for Olympics and voting and the lunar solar eclipse, all that. So that's way in advance, year 2024. Let's move forward as we talk in the present day. All right. Now, to show that I'm current, of course, in the news right now, immediately in the news, which will fade, is the child that was bullied, if you will, and all the stuff that's coming out with that story in the backdrop. And a lot of people has made videos on that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. All right. We know what's going to happen. All right. Now, GoFundMe froze the account that was set up by the mother, if you will. But we know what's going to happen, right? I mean, we know, right? Now, we seen all the Confederate flags and all this nonsense that she had going on. They saying that she was a racist and this, that, and the other. Whether she's a racist or not, we know that those associated with that is going to set up a GoFundMe for her. They're going to, do it in a private way. They're going to, what's a good word? They're going to use it in a charity, philanthropic, if you will. And they're going to raise a lot of money, and they're going to give it to this woman on the low. Please believe that, all right? This woman will get paid based on those photos, not the child. So a lot of people think she's going to get help because of the child. No. You got those David Duke type ass motherfuckers out there, and they're going to see that photo, and they're like, white power, and they're going to go support that fuck shit. You feel me? You feel me, right? Right. Enough with that bullshit, because I'm not going to do a video about that, all right? There's enough YouTubers doing that right now. Let's move forward with that bullshit. All right, whatever. All right, run, Forrest, run. You feel me, right? All right, I'm about to watch some Forrest Gump after that. Let's move forward now. When I talk about the politics, man, it's time to get real. All right. We see that all these cases of sexual harassment coming out by all these men and shit. Eventually, you're gonna have an all-women staff on all these jobs. All right. See, I guess men, once we get to that level of power, we seen it can't think with the right head. All right. But see, that's the value of going MGTOW. All right. Because once you go MGTOW, you should have a upper extreme level of confidence, and not to risk your careers and shit for something that you can see freely on your local social media accounts. All right. Because there's women out there advertising it every day, all day, ass and titties. When we talk about these politics, though, we got to get real. We got to start thinking about the future and the future generations. The millennial generation is going to have to really get serious about these politics. I understand what's going on around them. Now, of course, you got these baby boomer old ass motherfuckers that's in the office. They there thinking they calling the shots, like that tax legislation they trying to pass. You feel me? They want to handwrite stuff in. They want to sign it on the table. They've been doing it. You got those geezers up there harassing women, and they using taxpayer money to cover their tracks. Now, the taxpayers should be outraged like a motherfucker. I don't see no protest, though. I'm wondering why. Because that's your money. And you sending these fools up there, you going and they saying, go vote. And then you go vote these clowns in, and they stay there for eons and shit. And this is what they do when they get up there. Sexually harass women instead of working on the real issues that's going on in this country. Like African American male and women getting shot every year by a rogue officer, if you will. You feel me? Which we it's going to continue. We know it's going to roll. The calendar going to flip over. We're going to go into the next year and the next year. And you're going to see new cases of African-American male or woman shot down by a Caucasian officer. I guess the lone case would be the Walter Scott case. That they actually got some justice served. One case out of all these cases that have been in the media that made high profile, only one case went to trial and got some kind of form of fucking justice. But that's the justice system in the United States of America, right? Right. And so you send these old ass, baby boomer ass geezers to the White House, Congress and Senate, whatever. And this is what they do. They use taxpayers' money to cover their ass from their sexual harassments and shit. They sit there and make all that money, 200 whatever the fuck thousand they make every year, signing them under the table legislation and laws that don't nobody read because they thick as hell. Nobody gonna read all that mess. So they write all their little sweetheart deals for each state that they want to write, whatever they want to do. It's fine. See, it's up for the millennial generation to take this thing serious. Because it's going to be their kids and their kids' kids that's paying off this trillion some odd debt that you owe. And I don't know what the hell China waiting for, because y'all should have been saying cash. What a check. What a check. I mean, everything is made in China. Shipped back over here for, never mind. So one day China gonna wake up, or maybe they millennials, they gonna wake up. Cause see, China is still a dictatorship, but even that shit, it's gonna fade, all right? Cause the millennial generation is gonna abolish that bullshit, all right? She gonna fade. She gonna fuck out of here. So when that fucking shit happen, China's gonna be like, cut the check, United States, cause you owe us, motherfucker. Cut the check, man. Cut the check. But as long as you got a president with his undertone racism, and you got these motherfuckers in Alabama that's accused of molesting children at 14 and 13, and people still go out there and vote and support the cat. That's the United States that we living in. That's the standard now that we setting. That's what it is now. Your president don't have to have no president background, none of that. Vote him in there. See, this is the standard now that we living in. And a lot of people is brainwashed, walking around in this matrix, spending all their hard-earned money on material value. Not investing, not saving, not thinking about the future. Never future-proofing their lives. Having kids and buying the latest Jordans, oh yeah, that's the thing. Having money and real wealth, don't have no clue. And when we look at these politics and the dumbing down of America, this is the perfect generation that they trying to target, the millennial generation. Hopefully, I'm praying that the millennial generation can see through the bullshit and understand that they are next up on deck to control this country and run it like it should be in a more efficient manner. So, again, as we get ready to move on in to this new year for 2018, no matter what state you in, if you're really hardcore into politics, again, I know this video is going to fall on deaf ears. That's fine. But this is just a prequel video for all the new videos that I got coming for the 2018, all right? Because we're going to dive deep. And I'm not going to just do these little videos face to face. I'm going to go and have real conversations. So I want to give a shout out to Keisha, all right? Give a shout out to the gentleman that I spoke to, and I will leave the comments. I'm going to leave some links. But I'm going to have to go and have personal meetings with these people and get that dialogue going. Because there's no need for people to vote. And when you get into these offices and you passing bullshit, you don't stand up for what you stand for. You don't even come to the districts that you are supposed to be serving in the counties and the states that you're supposed to represent. You don't even know what's going on in your county and state. Have no clue. But you continue to get votes and get supported on to stay your ass in the White House and in the Congress and Senate. So we need to get real now. We need to, as citizens, as taxpayers, we need to start asking the right questions. See, we live in a free society, and that's the downfall. I'm not saying a dictatorship is better, but what I'm saying is we need to get real and ask real questions, because we're not doing that. See, we getting caught up in reality TV, sports, all that bullshit that keep us brainwashed. You got football college coaches making millions of dollars, and those college athletes makes nothing. I'm puzzled by that. Again, the millennial generation would be the one that will fix that bullshit, because they will realize that why would a college football athlete put his shit on the line, his knees and leg, all that bullshit for a college, and you don't get nothing? All you get is a Heisman Trophy? That's it? Nah. If they paying college coaches, y'all should get them athletes something as well. You need to train okay, yeah, I know, I understand the academics up in this college room and getting that, blah, 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 blah. Fuck all that. Y'all put so much emphasis on these college kids playing football. And the brain disease that's going around, that who knows, most likely probably start in college and go into the pros. I'm leaving it to these young millennial generation to ask those right questions and get in it. Because there's a lot of things that need to be asked. Those college players need to learn how to manage money, and they need to learn it at a college level. Sure, they get their majors and minors and whatever they want to study in case they don't make it to football and the NFL. But while they sitting there playing 3 and 4 years of college football and ruin their body, they should be getting paid. I mean, that's just common sense. If you're going to pay a coach $75 million, but you got homeless folks sitting right there in that same goddamn state. See, that's the brainwashing, though. Just like they get on here with them goddamn Red Cross TV commercials asking the American public to donate some money. But you got the 3 top billionaires that don't donate shit. Of course, they do their philanthropic bullshit. But that's just a tax write-off, right? We know that. I mean, any person know that. We know that. All right? That's just a clever tax write-off. That's not really giving to be giving. All right? You're giving it to dodge the RS. Let's be real. But you got your Bill Gates, you got your Warren Buffett, you got your Jeff Bezos. All right? But look, I'm not going to do this video too long, because we're going to come with the hard facts. And I'm waiting patiently for the 2018 midterms as we move forward to this 2020 election. Because some millennials should be of voting age by the year 2020. And so you usher in a new voting pool of young generations that should have an open mind of what's going on around them and how they see this country going forward. All right? And that includes all communities, all genders and all walks of life, all race. All right. So I will be back with my new political videos coming soon. All right. For everybody that follow me on that political tip, we definitely coming back on that. Peace.